This is Lousy here.
Yeah, this is Backhand. We've been drinking MMA. This is going to be the Lewis Spivac main event fight.
Yeah, Derrick Lewis versus Serghei Spivac. I think it's going to go the distance, like all 5 rounds.
This makes a lot of sense. I mean, Lewis is a tough guy. He only gets finished by the absolute best in the heavyweight division. I'm actually going with Spivac though, and it's just because Spivac. Well, there's a few reasons. Spivac is 28 years old and is starting to really hit his prime, and Lewis is now 37.
That's a big age difference.
Yeah.
It becomes with like the reaction time of throwing.
I mean, you can still fight good when you're 37. Anderson Silva proved that. There's some other fighters that have proved that, but the thing is that Lewis has been KO'd twice now in his last 2 fights. Yeah, they weren't vicious KOs because, well, the Tai Tuivasa was vicious. Elbow to the head, and then he just dropped down like a sack of potatoes. That was sad to see because Derrick's been a legend for so long, but you know he got KO'd by Derrick Lewis got KO'd by Cyril Gane in their championship fight. Then he KO'd Chris Daukaus, who we think is great.
I think Chris Daukaus is great.
Great boxing, great aggression, and Lewis got him. But then after that, he got KO'd by Tuivasa and then KO'd by Pavlovich. So he's been KO'd. He's been KO'd 3 times in his last 4 fights, and he's 37 years old. It's borderlining now that you're gonna start losing to people that you shouldn't. You know what I mean?
You might become tentative because you've been knocked out.
I mean, Lewis is such a savage though. Lewis does swing no matter what. He will keep throwing haymakers and punches. Like he just does not. He goes down on his shield. He's a true fighter.
He's going and going.
The one thing is this. So the reason I think Spivac again is Spivac's age, but also Spivac he's more of a wrestler. He's got 4 takedowns per fight. And let's be honest, Derrick Lewis is susceptible to the takedown. He's been taken down by yeah. Well, actually, he did knock out Curtis Blades actually, but he who's a wrestler. So there goes my win. All right, thanks guys. Good night. Appreciate you for listening. And we're done. Lewis by KO. No. There was a fight with Alexei Olenek, and Olenek is an old guy with like 60 fights, old guy, like in his 40s, and Olenek easily took Lewis down. So the thing is that Lewis was able to get on top after that and do good, but Olenek, like I said, was old. Spivac is a young, fresh, hungry wrestler, but he now has gotten his striking better in the last 1 or 2 fights, and to the point where he's starting to look like Cain Velasquez, not to like the level, but like the style. His chain takedowns with his strikes into wrestling is as fast as Cain. I'm kidding you not.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. Like he's actually gotten to that level where 3 fights ago his striking was abysmal, and that's why he actually got. I think he got KO'd by Tom Aspinall, who we have a ton of appreciation for.
Respect for. He's such a good fighter.
Literally, I think I said like just not on a podcast, but I did say Aspinall. I think Aspinall is going to fight for the title. Like and then Aspinall got injured. Tom Aspinall got injured. Still injured right now. So the thing is that this guy has only lost to Tom Aspinall, and then like 8 fights ago in 2020 he lost to Tybura, who was on this card as well. Tybura's got the Polish power, man. You got the Polish power. And then he lost to Walt Harris by KO, and that was again 2019. And this is when Spivac's striking was almost non-existent. Like he was literally waiting to get hit. He didn't have much defense, and he was just a wrestler, literally only a wrestler. And now his jab is greatly improved, and of course, like I said, the striking into wrestling chain takedowns are unbelievably fast, like Cain Velasquez. His jab has gotten to the point where he looks actually like a striker. You wouldn't say like, oh, he's a wrestler when he's striking, which is a huge compliment.
This is not going to be a volume, wear you down type punch.
No, Spivac is not just going to go into a striking match, no firefight here.
Not against Derrick Lewis.
Spivac is going to throw the jab, and this is the other reason why I think Spivac's going to win. They're both fighting at still a good level for both these fighters. The only thing is that Derrick Lewis is susceptible to the jab. He showed it in the Cyril Gane fight. Gane was able to just jab, piece him apart, and then started out with the jab. And the thing is, Spivac's jab has gotten a little bit better, and Derrick Lewis only has a 1-inch reach advantage. You would think because Derrick Lewis is the power striker, Derrick Lewis has a striking advantage, but he doesn't. He's got 2.5 landed significant strikes per minute, whereas Spivac, who's the wrestler, has 3.79 landed strikes per minute.
Oh my God.
So this is why I'm saying that, like, even if Lewis gets a little bit of damage on Spivac, Spivac's going to look to chain the takedowns, look to really use the jab to create the distance, and then when Lewis overcommits to a punch, duck under, go for a wrestling. and or just back up Lewis against the fence and go for the just a quick punch and then fake punch, fake strike, feint, and then just go for the takedown right away. He has so many options to take Lewis to the ground. I do agree with you, Lousy, though, that it makes sense going to the distance because Lewis, he's got so much fight in him. Like, he just doesn't. I mean, his only loss to submission was against Daniel Cormier, and Daniel Cormier is an Olympian wrestler. Yeah. So other than him, he has not lost to submission.
Not a lot of give to him.
Yeah, dude, like, literally, Lewis has only lost to submission once. There's no way he's going to lose to Spivac. Well, he could lose by submission. I just don't think he will. Losing to Cormier, there's no...
I don't think Derrick Lewis is going to get knocked out.
He's not going to get knocked out, and I doubt he's going to get submitted just because Cormier is the only guy who submitted him, so Cormier is a pound-for-pound great, belts in light heavyweight and heavyweight, so truly great fighter of all time. And Spivac is just not quite at that level, but Spivac definitely will be harassing him with the takedowns and chaining the takedown. So it's going to be, in my opinion, Spivac by unanimous decision, and Lousy says it's going the distance, so we both basically agree that it's going to be a decision.
Yeah.
But I will be betting Spivac outright just in case the old man Derrick Lewis, is a little chinny, after getting knocked out 3 out of 4 times. But I love the distance bet, Lousy. It's a great bet, bud.
Thanks, man.
It's a great, yeah, man, we're going to do the parlays and locks on the next video, and appreciate you for listening.
Like and subscribe.